got back from the gym. I'm a little sweaty and all that, but I'm always a little sweaty because I just go. And I'm always at the gym. But figured I'd take today to kind of talk about this channel and introduce myself, who I am, kind of maybe help myself define whatever the heck I'm trying to do here. So I'm a factory worker. I do photography amateurly, primarily, or only, exclusively amateurly, for the reason that I was a musician for most of my life, like a touring musician, and took it seriously, and that was my artistic outlet. I went to art school at the University of Tennessee. I did photography there, film, darkroom. I did, fine art, sculpture, painting, all that stuff, And I went to Los Angeles, played, with some semi-famous people or super famous people, whatever. None of it really gained traction for me. I was always pretty self-destructive, as an artist, but that was good. I was a really good musician. I just didn't enjoy money or any monetary aspect of it. I never chased that, and that can always be your enemy if you don't care about success or money, and then you got to figure out why you're trying to get successful if you don't care about it. So that was a problem for me. So I kind of abandoned music along with drugs and alcohol, and then I kind of found that I couldn't really do music anymore once I quit all that. So I found another creative outlet as I got older. I got into photography. My cousin of mine, he wanted some Valentine's Day pictures done. She's a real pretty girl, and I was like, sure, I'll get it out, busted out the camera. Did some. They turned out pretty good, and all of her friends were wanting pictures, and the next thing you know, I found out like I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed the challenge. I enjoyed the social aspect, just getting out of just going to work all the time, right? You got to have, and just going to the gym all the time. I was taking bodybuilding really seriously, and it just, that's not going to pan out at my age, and so I needed an artistic outlet, and music just didn't work for me anymore. I was jaded, and the drugs and alcohol and all that just goes hand in hand with music. I hate to tell people that, but it does. So I, found a great outlet in photography, and it worked for me. So that's why I'm doing it, and that's why I do it for free mostly, because I don't like taking money from the girls I shoot, the model. I mean, people say models. That's another thing. I'm not politically correct. I don't say the things you're supposed to say. I don't talk to people the way that you're supposed to talk to them. I'm genuine and honest. Every thought that's in my head comes out. I'm not hiding things from people. I don't deceive people with language. I speak from my heart, and if that upsets people, then they're more than free not to work with me. They're more than free not to watch my videos. Whatever, I don't like to hurt people. I don't want to upset people. That's not my goal. But I can't change fundamentally who I am for people. So, yeah, more about me, about photography and my goals. My goals are just to get the best pictures I can, to develop my techniques and abilities and my editing skills, all that. Try to take it to a higher level. That's basically my goal. Have fun with it, make people happy, get the most beautiful pictures I can. So yeah, that's about me. That's about where I'm sitting. And my goals for this channel, I guess would say to not do that kind of stuff, try to keep it more, I want to keep it a stream of consciousness. I don't really want to edit. I don't want to read from notes. So just have fun with it. So bear with me there. But my goal for the channel is to, show you what I did this week, show you how I go through things, how I make contact with models, how I keep relationships with models, and the posing, how you get things done, all the weird stuff that goes with it. There's so much drama, and people try to say there's not, but it never ends. There's ways to treat models, there's a way to treat other photographers. I could go into that forever. Like some things, there's an etiquette to be said. Like don't hit up your other photographers' models all the time. Don't slide up on every single model you see and ask them to shoot. Like, be genuine about it. Don't take it slow, take it easy. Don't be rude. Don't be rude to other photographers. Don't talk bad about other photographers. That's another thing. Don't talk bad about other models. Everything you say will get repeated. I can promise you that. Every word you say. And I've learned this the hard way. Everything you do, every word you say, especially as your circle starts growing, all the models talk to each other. All the photographers talk to each other. So you got to remember that. Everything they say, you know, so try to keep every word out of your mouth positive. You always try to stay positive. Don't be a negative person. You know, bringing people down doesn't bring you up. It really doesn't. So I could talk about that kind of stuff, etiquette. I could talk about posing. I mean, my etiquette's very strange. You know, people just can't stand the way I talk to models because I'm like, you know, very straightforward. I don't hide anything, and that bothers people. But at the same time, the models tend to like me because they trust me. They know I'm not hiding anything from them. They know I'm honest, and they know I'd never do anything to hurt them, and I'd always take care of them. You know, their safety and their, you know, privacy is important to me. Like they're my friend. I consider them my friends, and that's one thing I'd tell you to do with your models. Consider them your friends. Like, especially if you're not doing it professionally, like I do. I don't have any desire to do this stuff professionally, so I do it as fun, as a hobby. I know I take it pretty seriously, but at the same time, I don't really see myself making money off this kind of work. It's just not something I want to stress myself with. So I prefer going to my, you know, my brutal manual labor job Monday through Friday, and then doing my photography work around that. I usually shoot before I go into work. I edit when I get home from work. And you know, sometimes I work 11, 12-hour days, and I'll shoot and edit after that, and then I'll edit and shoot all weekend. You know, like yesterday I did 4 shoots. I didn't get to editing last night because I just did not have it in me. So I'm gonna have to edit like crazy tonight. But anyway, enough of that. What's up? Figured I'd go through this week real quick. Just some shots of what I did. And little things that'll drive you crazy. Try to see that stuff when you're shooting. I know it's hard, but you know, you can fix it. This is Kaya. She's very beautiful. I love shooting her. She's got amazing skin tones. We did a great job on her makeup, I think. Let's see what I got here. So I shot this with the 120 macro. These were just pretty close-ups, you know. So I've been in clamshell lighting. I think I I just threw an octabox on the ground, a little bitty one, like a 3-foot octa probably on the ground, and then the Para 133 right above the camera. And then behind her I have a hair light up there, really high, pointed down, and it's probably not doing much right now, but it's back there. You'll see it come into play later. What else we got? So these are, you know, all with the one. I shot most this week with the 120. So yeah, very pretty girl. I like her a lot. Oh, look at her nails, banging nails. She went all out, you know. This was her birthday shoot, so yeah, just gorgeous detail. Love it. I love resolution. I love how it just smashes. Yeah, awesome. Good job, Kaya. Let's see what else we got. I think she had a cake in here too. You know, she's a cheer coach here, you know, so we're one of those like power coached cheer teams, and pretty awesome person. I had to give her Jordans back she left with me last time. So yeah, there's her cake. I think it said something about being a Leo on there. Big Leo. Cool. Let's see what else we got. I was experimenting different angles, you know. I went up high, called it the Peter Coulson angle, because he's always looking down on girls. That dominant angle. I'm not a fan of the dominant angle. I think you should be right on level with your girls, or you know, or just barely above them, but never like on a dominant level. You'll see this kind of stuff a lot on girls. Best not to really say much about it. It's a thing that they did, you know. TikTok stuff, you know. I always have a discussion with them about what they want removed and not removed. Always have a discussion with that, because they can get their feelings really hurt if you remove things that they don't want removed. So if you see anything that you think's removed and you're questionable, just send them a text and ask. That's what I do. So yeah, good shots with their cake. Happy birthday, girl. Cool. Love it. Me testing out all with the 120 pretty much. Okay, so I did this girl. This was the first time with her out of a Waterfall. This is Lindsay. Yeah, I actually brought the 120 out to the Waterfall for once. This is all I had to shoot with. Let's see what I got here. What are we doing here? Let's find some. I haven't gone through any of these yet, so you know, a little hot, a little overexposed, but it's okay. I'll show you how I bring it back. Probably go here. One good way to bring overexposed back, just bring the highlights back. You know, like that. It's good. You know, when you're in a waterfall, and this was very slippery and very dangerous, and I've fallen and I tore my tricep, so I cannot fall. So I was very, very, very gentle this time. Let's see how else what I'm doing. Just pull the exposure back a little bit. That's what's cool about the GFX. You got pretty good working room, and that you know, I should have been more on top of that. Now we're a little red that we went down there, so I'll probably take it back one. You know, before you edit, you want to kind of get stuff as right as you can, but that's some great detail. See, I'm outside shooting at f6.4. Nothing wrong with that. So that's one of the things with shooting with the 120. You can't really, you know, open up that aperture much, but so yeah. This was her first time modeling, so I just walking her through all my basic poses, you know, and I'll see which one she hit. I think I remember her hitting one that was pretty cool. Yeah, she played it. See, that's good, getting her there, getting her comfortable. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Cool. See, I need to focus on keeping her eyes right. Tell her, whoa, that's pretty good. So, again, all with the 120, I had to be so careful here. This was in a very strange spot. It's a multiple falls to the waterfalls, and this is probably like the fourth one. It's hard to get to, but it's really slick getting there, especially with a light and a, you know, $10,000 camera in your hand, and then a gimbal with the Sony. It's like, gosh, you can one fall and it's a mess, so don't do it. Just take your time. I got some slip shoes I wear. Cool. Good. Go past those. Yeah. What do we got? So, boom. Yeah. Again, all in the 120. Pretty good, you know, screaming at her, and we're kind of in a dangerous setup, and she's just loving it, so killer model. Yeah, very good. Love it. Love waterfalls. It's me just warming her up. I think I actually warmed up because sometimes, you know, you always got to go. Light wasn't good in this direction. It never is. And I can't get any girls to shoot at sunrise. They only want to shoot towards the end of the day. You know, when the sun's in a certain place, you can only overpower it so much. You will get shadows peeking through. So this would be, you know, trying to get the right view, but fighting off shadows. So I'm at f8, probably cranking that light pretty good. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm trying to get the look here. You know, this is with the right background, without the good light, you know, without the sun where I want it. Okay, and oh, that's pretty cool. Again, I'm overexposed a little bit. That's okay though. Don't fret. You can fix it. I always think it's better overexposed than underexposed. Other people disagree with me on that, but just my preference. You see how you start getting more sunlight's coming in, and it's playing more of a play on the. But this was the other way. You know, say I have the sun backlit now, so the sun's coming back, and it's just so much easier to get better lighting when it's backlit. And it's always better to chase the light than the background. Even if the background's a cool waterfall, it's better. If the white sucks, just turn around, shoot the other direction, and then you got killer light, and you get a nice backlit portrait. That's really how you want to shoot, like this. You'd much rather shoot this way than the other way. Have the sun work with you than against you. Yeah, I'm much happier with that light. That's just, everything's so much easier. But, you know, I recommend just doing both, and then later on you can decide what worked and what didn't. Yeah, see, the light is just so much more. You got a backlight right there, and then it's just much more pleasing. Yeah. There we are on the 120 again. I'm just walking. I have basic poses, and once they start to learn me, they learn all my poses, and they go work with other photographers, and they come back to you. You know, they come back to you. They come back learning more. So I always encourage them to work with other photographers and learn from them. We can all help them get there together. Cool. Let's see what else I did. I got to move past this. Yeah, I did some with these girls. They came in from a ways down, Johnson City. Cool. Not everything I do is crazy. You know, I do some pretty big. My backdrops always just suck because I'm in this little bedroom and there's carpet on the floor. It's just not ideal, but for what I do, it works. Let's see what we got. So she was very, you know, high-strung. I shouldn't say difficult, but she was very worried about her appearance and all that. And so she was very kind of standoffish. And when they're like that, you just let them take the wheels, man. You do what they say. Don't really just barely try to navigate them. You just don't want to make them more high-strung. So whatever you got to do to get them to relax, you know, let them know that they're the boss. Don't say anything about them being high-strung, you know. Just try to bring the situation down, you know. So, and you'll get something worthwhile in there, something that'll make them happy. So I went very high key with this because I kind of felt like that would make her feel more flattered, you know, rather than just covering her in shadows. I know that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that was Anna Kate, and this is her friend. I can't remember her name yet. I'll have to look that back up. But yeah, always remember the names. And even when they bring a friend, you want to remember the friend's name. I'll have it done by the time I edit the pictures. I won't forget her name. That's how you got to do it. Names are very important with this stuff. She's, you know, I'm walking her through it. She seemed really comfortable though and really happy. That she was pretty fun to work with. So yeah, I'm going to probably tone those reds down a little bit. Geez, Matt. Okay, now let's go to, yeah, that's better. Yeah, but now I'm a little green, so let's split it. Yeah, it's a little better. But yeah, dude, nice. That's the 105. Okay, so cool. You can see how the lenses all have like kind of a different color. Always have fun, you know. Let them get in there together. Always just get in there, have fun. Don't ever like have an agenda. Or you could, when you have an agenda, feel free to not have one and just let them get loose and have a good time. See how stiff she was. I got her looser by the end of the shoot. That's cool. That's good. Yeah, those were way too big there, but that's okay. We worked through it. Yeah, nice shots. Nice headshots. Good job. Pretty eyes. Another trick I do is I always have a modeling light on, okay, so I can get their pupils down. I hate wide pupils, you know, with all black. You want to kind of get their pupils, you want to get as much color in there as you can. So always have a modeling light in there to make sure they're stimulated enough to where their eyes, you know, their pupil shrinks down and I get more color. There's a pet peeve of mine when I see photographers and their pupils are just black and there's no color in there because they're just shooting with flash and no model light. I mean, if that's what you're going for, cool. It's just, I would much rather see those big, pretty eyes, you know? The color. Because that's what we're after, right? Color. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Alright, well, that's about it. I'll kind of keep it short today. But yeah, beautiful stuff. Love it. Thanks. Thank you. Alright, see you guys later.